I'm a bad motherfucker.
That was one of my favorite. He has so many great videos. One of my favorites of his, if you go and check out his channel, is racists agree with with like woke people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's man. That is exactly my experience of actors right now.
Yeah.
Of people in entertainment.
You know what the answer is? Are you in theater or are you trying to do the movies? And then you pick based on that. Because you're trying to do the movies,
either
you
way.
know who to go with.
Yeah, but either way. No, the theater people, I know mostly theater people. That's profiles encourage. Profiles encourage. Listen, these motherfuckers, I actually posted something about that the other day. And I heard from one of the Zionists, actually. I said, all of these people I know in the arts don't have shit to say about a genocide in their lifetime, but Dave Chappelle drops a special. They are fucking all over that, man.
It must have been a relief.
They are all over that.
Thank God he did that so I could talk about his...
Oh my God, a fourth transphobic special. They're all over that. They're so virtuous.
Hey, what joke did he do?
Hey,
I don't know.
even if you're a Zionist, say something about that. You have nothing to say about the event of this moment, but then you want to come out and start talking about all of your gender ideology. If you got nothing to say about the one, shut the fuck up about the other. If you want to be apolitical, I can see that. It's a stressful space. It's not for everybody, man. But then just be apolitical and shut the fuck up.
Will, whatever his Binus or whatever his name is, he should be apolitical.
Right. Just shut the fuck up.
Never brought these people into this kind of domain.
Yeah. The peach shirt, the white pants, nobody's buying it.
Because
kid. You're fucking. You're a bloody monster. Anything, Keaton?
No, I think you hit everything.
All right, I think we have given enough libel bait to that kid for one day. Misha, to you.
Okay. Delta, an NHS surgeon, and 2 others were arrested and charged with terrorism for attending a peaceful march supporting Palestine. Consider interviewing Jyoti Brar about it, a friend of Garland Nixon. Thank you, Delta. Paul, I'm Irish. Biden's mural in Carlingford, or whatever his ancestors came from, got defaced with red paint. He has no Irish soul of rebellion. Love Russ. Plus, love Russ and Keaton. Thank you, Paul. Let's see. P.W. Walker, and by innocent, I only mean Israeli. Stranger Things actor said that. Thank you, P.W. Walker. And back to Russ.
All right, so Davos is happening again, so stock up on your cricket burgers, folks. You're going to need them. Davos. 1 in 10 traveled by private jet to meeting designed to tackle climate change. Now, this is an old article. Greenpeace commissioned a study, and these findings are about the 2022 Davos. But somebody from Rebel News had some fun with John Kerry's jet use. So first, just for a little...
His wife's jet. It was not his.
It's not his. He disavows that jet. How much did private jet emissions increase during the 2022 WEF? The research commissioned by Greenpeace and conducted by Dutch environmental consultancy CE Delft found that the number of private jet flights to and from airports serving Davos doubled during the 2022 World Economic Forum meeting compared to average weeks. This caused CO2 emissions equivalent to 350,000 average cars in the same time period.
Jesus Christ.
The researchers attribute about every second flight to the meeting itself, and at least every 10th participant at the meeting traveled by private jet. Of all these flights, 53% were short-haul trips below 750 kilometers that could have easily been made by train or car. Of these, 38% were ultra-short distances of under 500 kilometers. The shortest flight recorded was only 21 kilometers.
3 blocks was the show.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, just take a helicopter. Like, why are you taking a jet?
So it's like LA story. Like, nobody walks in LA.
Well, they don't. Actually, I'm doing my cut for Do Dissidence tomorrow of my adventures thus far in LA. Remind me to take a picture with you guys before we go. That's one of my cuts is the first day I got here. I did a little video showing people how LA is so unfriendly to pedestrians. In a lot of places, there's no sidewalk. There's
Yeah, of
literally
course.
no sidewalk. You have to just walk in the
What
street.
do you have, a DUI? What are you walking?
Yeah, exactly. And if you're walking, yeah, exactly. I mentioned that in the video. People look
you're
at you.
released from
They look
prison?
at you funny. They think you're a serial killer if you're walking. Why would he be walking if he's not going to hack somebody up with an axe? So WEF 2024 Davos. Climate hoax grifter John Kerry asked by Rebel News Online, what is the carbon footprint of this event? Kerry, who lied recently under oath about owning a private jet, simply cannot answer. The climate change hoax is designed to tax you more and strip you of your rights and freedoms. Just by the way, climate change is safe and effective. The WEF aimed to have us all on a digital personal carbon tracker and Chinese-style social credit system. With apologies to our communist friends. All right, so let's see what they did with Mr. Kerry here. They had a lot of fun. And he's got some James Bond villain running like block and tackle for him. Check out this one.
What's the carbon footprint of these events every single year that you come here? Think it's worth it? Peasants pay for your crimes?
That's a stupid question.
Is it really? Is it more stupid than you traveling here to tell us?
Look at the linebacker. Over
Please
there.
don't-
Watch this,
Sorry?
watch this.
We're done. We are done now.
Don't grab me. You can't grab us. This is a free society. Mate. We have freedom of the press. Why do you think you're more important? Your carbon footprint doesn't matter, but everybody else around the world.
Suggested that. Nobody ever suggested that. Don't make up stupid questions.
Being here.
Rebel News, folks. Avi Yemeni doing such great things for Australia. Avi Yemeni's a Zionist stooge, folks. Puts Israel first. And bear in mind, and I've said before, this guy actually was born in Australia, and he actually went and got Israeli citizenship simply so he could go to Palestine and shoot Palestinians. Wanted to go to Gaza and shoot Palestinians because he likes shooting children in the face.
Hatred in Islam.
Yes, okay. Is this you? Avi Yemeni?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's
know who he is.
Can we get on camera, please? Yeah, is this the same guy, yeah, that one Palestinian got shot in the face and he said, nice shot, boys? Is this the same guy? Is it the same guy, yeah?
Not a kid.
Okay.
I support shooting jihadis in the fucking face.
Okay.
Shoot him in the face, and you know what?
Okay.
Shoot him in the heart too.
Okay, good.
Jihadi, a good jihadi is a good jihadi.
Good. Okay, it's a good start. It's a good start. One second.
What about Israeli?
No, they're peaceful.
Jihadi.
Have you shot people like this guy? Answer. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I've served on the Gaza Strip. I've certainly
Have you shot people like this guy?
Yes.
Yes, you have. He has shot innocent people who
No,
go to the
no,
border. Let me finish. Who go to the border for what? For what? Stones. Now let me get this right, yeah? This guy is the biggest terrorist ever, yeah? This guy is jihadi, yeah? 1 second.
That is the funniest thing I've heard all fucking day.
You're gonna hear it again. This guy is the biggest terrorist ever, yeah?
Just what the world needs, a Zionist terrorist with short person's disorder. If I ever meet you, Avi, I'll drop to my knees and spit in your face. That's Avi Yemeni, folks. Do not trust rebel media. Do not support rebel media. Don't send these guys money, folks. These guys have been collecting money for court cases that never go to trial. They've been scamming the world ever since this pandemic started. Saw it as a huge opportunity for income for themselves. And they don't care about people, folks, because people who care about people don't support shooting children in the face in Gaza. They don't support the terrorist state of Israel. And just to put this in perspective, folks, Avi says they're not kids, they're jihadis. But bear in mind that the average age in Gaza Strip is 17, and according to Islam, a jihadi is someone who is on a mission to get closer to God. It's got nothing to do with a holy war. The concept that jihad means holy war is a bunch of bullshit that's been cooked up by Israel to justify their murdering of children and shooting walled-in Palestinians like fish in a barrel, which it has been doing repeatedly for years on end. Yeah, watch out for these snakes in the grass, folks, and there's a lot of them, I tell you. There's a lot of them.
Wasn't the only one there who blames COVID on the Jews or Zionists.
This is the biggest crowd you've seen.
I think this is the biggest crowd.
Are you only with us because you're not on the reciprocating end of the gun? Like, are you only with us because you're not the one holding the guns towards us?
Yeah, that's exactly what.
I'm just asking, because you're a Zionist, aren't you?
I am a Zionist. Do you know what a Zionist is?
Yeah, I do. You.
Yeah.
It's a shame. You're only in this
I hate when people my size pick on me.
because you're a Zionist, aren't you?
I am a Zionist. Do you know what a Zionist is? He suggests that.
A stupid question.
You being here every single year and doing this suggests that.
And I have done a huge amount.
Listen, now it's finished, please.
Why can't I ask him questions? Who are you? Why are you trying to bully me out of us?
No, so please.
That doesn't. A lot of people say no to a lot of the policies and agendas he pushes. They don't get a choice.
Isn't she the henchman from To Live and Let Die?
Question in a public space. Can you not touch me? Can you not touch me? No, I'm happy.
That's his side piece. That's the heiress to the golden brown mustard.
What did you answer?
Please, Rosetta, you know.
on the side.
I don't know. Sir.
Listen, that's all right. We're walking to the meeting. Okay, great. Why are you working so hard to protect such a criminal? That's right, criminals. Why are you protecting criminals? There you go.
Could have done a better job at that, honestly.
I mean.
Well, there you have it. When they can't answer the questions, the simple questions that most people around the world, the average Joe, is asking, they get their goons in to end the interview because they're not used to independent journalists here in their safe space asking the tough questions. WEFreports.com. Make sure to bookmark and support.
All right, so yeah, I mean, she was gonna fuck him up. She was gonna fuck him up.
All great
that was one of those trans MMA fighters, I think.
I've just seen better Davos questions asked where like there wasn't long stretches of dead air of him just going.
I mean, she was seriously like she had some flying stars in that coat or something, man. She was gonna take him out.
Is that not the same guy that on the Jim Jeffries show he left his camera on to record Jim Jeffries? Jim Jeffries was saying he was Islamophobic or whatever, and I think that's the same guy.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. You know what he's talking about, Keaton?
No, I haven't seen that one.
All right, so I mean, you just can't make this up. These people all get together, and I'm sure the studies aren't out this year, but they were the same for 2023. These people still come in their private jets. Yeah. And they sit there. There's a video going around right now about, Blinken sitting down with Thomas Friedman, Matt Taibbi's favorite foil.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, well, he's so. I bought a book by him back when I was a neo. That's the one. When I was a neo-lib, I bought that book. Yeah. When I thought Thomas Friedman was a journalist. And I didn't really know anything about him. It's just that everyone was reading that book. Yeah. And I got 3 pages into it and it made me want to vomit even when I was still drinking the Kool-Aid. His shit was so bad. It was such a okay, so I've mentioned this commercial before. It was done by some phone company. And the theme of the commercial was, is this a great time or what? And this was the 90s. There was this kind of techno utopianism that still lives on in Silicon Valley.
Great Steven Pinker's fucking book.
Well, it was this very like, the Soviet Union collapsed and you were there, man. It was very right here, right now. Yeah. It's the end of history, all that shit. So there was this kind of celebratory mood of the internet is going to unite the world and bring us all together in this ecumenical capitalist, very much like the Ned Beatty speech in Network, right? Only as a good thing, right? We're all going to be eating McDonald's and consuming the same media. And
they finally got McDonald's in the Soviet Union. Finally, I remember that was a big day,
right? Yeah.
Well, they had it before it fell.
So Thomas Friedman's book, The World is Flat, is very of that moment. So much so that it smelled bad to me, even though I was like a New York Times reader then. Like the whole thing was, gosh, it's this gushing, panting thing about, you know what I love? I love that I just talked to a software engineer in Bombay who's designing something that's going to be made in Korea, that's then going to be shipped to Africa, that's then going to make its way to San Francisco. And I turned to my wife, I said, honey, I think the world is flat. And I was like, I can't read this, man. I just can't. I can't read this. No, I still have it. When I get back to New York, I will pull that out one day for laughs. And we'll just read from it to mock Thomas Friedman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, these people go to Davos and they talk about how you need to eat cricket burgers. And hey, man, most of the people really opposing this are people that we code as right. As I think anyone who's observing now can see, right, left, it doesn't mean anything anymore. At this point, it's the people versus these people. It's the Davos elites. Climate change. Look, man, we can disagree about the human cause. We can disagree about that. What we cannot disagree about is that these people, these Davos globalists, are using it as a pretense to limit your freedoms, to continue to suck all the resources up to their class, and to tell you that in order to be a good citizen, you have got to lower your standard of living so that there's more left for them. I feel like that is something, no matter where you are in the political spectrum, that's something we can all agree on, and that's something we should unite around.
They're buying indulgences like it's the Martin Luther times, like the church, you're rich so you could sin this much.
Right.
If you paid them. They're doing that exactly now. I mean, first of all, I started to suspect when I found out carbon footprint came from BP. That's their phrase. The people that cocked up the Gulf just a few years back want to lecture me about my carbon footprint.
Well, that's it. It's like a medieval nobility that wants to tell the peasants what is best for them. Anything, Keith?
Yeah, and it's not just like symbolic hypocrisy. Like the richest 1% of people on Earth consume a radically outsized percentage of the resources, and therefore have, I forget what the exact number is, but it's massive compared to their actual presence on Earth in terms of how many of them there are. So it's not just that, oh, here's a symbolic sort of mismatch of a rich guy flying into town on a private jet telling us all to conserve resources. No, this is actually a global problem of rich people consuming far more than they would had they actually gave a shit about preserving life on Earth. And you'd think they get all this shit. They get the private jet question every single year. Like every single year they get approached by this.
That is how little of a shit they give.
Years, they would do like a carpool. Have like 20 of these guys crammed into one private jet.
Klaus, I have been waiting outside for 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Bill Maher.
Same thing every year.
You saw even Bill Maher has, I don't remember what he said. It was but he at least, so the first time I saw one of them acknowledge that it's even a thing for all these rich people being a private jet. Like I saw him, he felt he had to explain. I'm the only person, one of that class I've ever seen do that.
I mean, Bill Maher, his brand is to be the neoliberal who is uncomfortable with DEI. That's his whole brand. So being uncomfortable with Davos kind of fits the brand.
He also hates religion, and now I love his like fixation on religion. And meanwhile, this is the biggest failed prophecy. And I was in Jehovah's Witnesses, and the climate change prophecies are much bigger failures of prophecy so far. Jehovah's Witnesses 77, I can't remember whatever the year they said the end of the world was coming. It didn't come. Embarrassing. I think they've been wrong like 5 or 6 times now with climate change.
Climate change is safe and effective, Kurt, and so are cricket burgers. All right, it's time for the Rumble switch over.
It's time for the Rumble switch over.
All right, get ready to rumble. We are switching over. I have, if we get to it, I think we will. We have a nice piece on DEI, a very pleasant, uplifting piece on DEI.
Oh.
All right, to Misha.
Yeah.
Hey, Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit